everyone. Places, places.
The Dark Cut.
Hello, viewers, listeners, watchers of the Cut Up, listeners of the Dark Hours. This is the Dark Cut.
Hello,
I'm the Cutter,
and this is Gray.
and today we're going to be covering rare exports from 2010.
Yeah, I know, we're jumping on the Christmas bandwagon.
Right? Maybe the Christmas sleigh
Hey,
wagon
hey.
thing.
Now, which way we spawn that? You know, the bad way, right? The kill.
Yes.
Yeah, so, this came out last year, and I feel a little late to the party, kind of.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like... not really, because nobody could watch it except for, like, geeks like, Derek. You guys remember Derek, right?
A little call out there.
Hey, I mean...
He's going to be like, you fucker.
Bastard. But, I couldn't see it last year. We almost could, but
it was a
really limited
because
release.
it's a foreign film, right?
Yeah, so it was out in limited release last year.
But, before we get into all that, what have you been up to? What have you been watching? It's been a while since we've done this.
I know, it's been a very long
What have you been up to?
Like horror of horrors. I've been watching a lot of non-horror, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've been watching Conan and The Muppets and what else?
There's got to be one more in there. For it to be a lot, you got to have at least three.
I watched Thor.
That counts.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
All right.
A lot of non-horror for just a change, I guess.
We'll pick one of those and tell us what you think.
Okay, so Conan. This is interesting because this is like what remakes are for nowadays, right? I watched it and it was pretty lame.
Okay.
I mean, it was okay.
Pretty much what everyone figured it would be, right?
It's got
Lame.
the bad guy, the marine bad guy from Avatar. He's just as awful here.
The guy with the cut on his face, right?
Yeah, he's horrible here,
Yeah.
as he always is. Like he acts like he's on a stage, right? He
Sure.
overacts everything. And the guy who plays Conan is okay. It's got the chick in it is somebody you'll know, and her name escapes my mind. And she's got the most obvious body double ever. You're at first
It's like a man with hairy chest or something.
Yeah. First you're like, oh man, she's got a sex scene. Then you're like, wait a second, it's pretty.
You're like, wait, there's another dick. Wait, hold on a second here.
No, not quite.
Oh, okay.
But that made me. Why I say that's what all remakes are good for is that it made me want to go see the original. And the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger, in my opinion, is I'd say a great action movie. Some people might go, oh no, it's okay, or it's just a B movie, but
Sure,
no, I think it's great. I think the soundtrack and the people involved, and it's got James Earl Jones.
Plus Arnold. In his heyday.
Arnold is amazing in this movie. As for what he is, he's a barbarian.
This was when he was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
He could do no wrong at this time.
Yeah, I think he was pretty much awesome in this movie. So, Conan, see the new one just to make you go see the original.
How about skip the new one, just watch the original?
Yeah, there you go.
Like, why bother?
Yeah.
Cut out the middleman, right?
It really is. Like, I didn't hate it. The new one has a lot of good sword play. Like, the guy swings a good sword. Like, he really sings it. Wow. Hey.
Guy swings a good sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
all right. Yeah,
Oh,
dick.
yeah.
So, what about you?
Oh, man, I haven't really been watching any movies. However, I have been watching a couple TV shows. The Twilight Zone and Breaking Bad. Twilight Zone.
Got a death curse.
We're already at the movie. You took up all the time.
Yeah, you can't talk about shit.
But the Twilight Zone was so good.
I know.
Rod Sterling.
Black and white.
It's great.
Yeah.
For anybody who's a fan of black and white classic stuff, watch it on Netflix. It's great.
Is it the entire series on?
The whole original series is on there.
Okay.
So for anybody interested, anyone who likes some of the old corny stuff, some of it's corny, some of it still stands up. I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Rare Exports, you explain what this movie's about.
Do I have to?
Because
I don't even know where to begin with.
I have no idea.
I feel like we say that a lot with some of the movies we've been watching lately. You asked me to synopsize it, and I'm like, do I have to?
Well, the thing is, like, let's talk about this. Like, a lot of these movies we've been... Well, the ones that I'm remembering right off the top of my head right now are foreign movies.
Yeah, we've been covering a few of them.
It's unfortunate. Foreign or indie movies. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate. I really is. And we were talking earlier, and I can't even remember. I couldn't remember what I was thinking about, but I was like, damn, why isn't this movie in the theaters? And I don't even know what I was watching, but whatever it was, I was like, this is good enough to be in the theaters right now, and it pisses me off that it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Halloween this year was fucking lame.
It was lame.
I mean, we had Paranormal 3, and it was good,
but
and
still,
I liked The Thing, but it was lame.
Yeah.
There was 1 week during that month where there was nothing, and I was like, why isn't there anything here?
Well, to be fair, I mean, I don't know if that was, like, because we didn't have any Saw going on.
I don't know.
Maybe it was that.
Well,
Maybe
that's not a good excuse.
Nothing felt Halloween-y,
Yeah, it really did. I mean, Paranormal is Paranormal.
Paranormal was fun.
I think it's a good experience.
But The Thing felt like it should have came out, like, in December. Because it was so snowy. Like, I like now when it's snowing, I want to go see The Thing. Yeah.
So, rare exports.
Rare exports. Back to it, huh?
I mean,
I was hoping we could divert.
People fucking love this movie. Like, I don't know if you know, like, because I'm aware of the chatter. People love this movie. It's a new classic.
And they get into it. They get crazy, right?
I mean, really, they're like, this is a new dark fantasy children's film. I mean, oh my God.
Well, maybe that's why. I mean, this is a movie based in Finland, filmed in Finland, I would assume, or maybe mountains that look like whatever mountain they're talking about. I'll have the name in a second. But supposedly, there is a mining crew mining this mountain looking for the so-called Father Christmas, Santa Claus. And for some reason, I guess he lives in a mountain. Upon further investigation, we found out that this is some kind of lore in Finland, where a mountain in Finland called, and let me pull it up here really quick.
Yeah.
Dead Air.
Dead Air. Which is a bad movie.
It is Mount Korva Tuntori.
Ooh.
And in Finland lore, what are they? The Finns? Finnish? What are they called?
Finnish.
The Finnish?
Yeah, the Finns.
The Finns. Okay. In their lore, apparently, it started with some kind of a radio broadcast program, but Father Christmas is believed to have lived in these mountains, or this is called Father Christmas's home.
Yeah.
So he lives on this mountain, so he can hear all the children and be able to base his opinion on whether they've been naughty or nice from up here. I don't know if he's got some kind of ultrasonic hearing thing or a big horn that he just hangs up to his ear, like, ah!
Yeah, he's super Kringle.
He's super Kringle.
So we find Santa Claus in the middle of the movie, right?
There's some hunters who are going after their yearly hunt of reindeer, and they find all their reindeer dead, and they find out that, what could have done this? Could it have been the unearthed Santa Claus? Turns out, yeah, probably was. You never really find out, I guess. But could have been another epidemic, right? Could have been something totally unrelated.
Yeah.
Never explain it. But the men who are responsible for this hunt come across this strange man with a beard, whom one of the men's sons believes to be Santa Claus. And then we go from there.
Yeah, so what did you think? Our main protagonist is this kid who...
what was his name?
Pierto?
Pierto,
maybe. What did you think?
Pitoro.
Did you like him? Did you...
I was alright with him. I mean, I didn't hate him.
I ever liked him.
No?
I
thought it was cute. You know, he had this little light blue jacket on.
No, I never liked him.
What about the kid with the mullet? Juso?
Whatever.
Or whatever his name was?
Neither one of them. I mean, maybe it's because they're foreign and I can't relate.
Perhaps.
I did like the very beginning. There's like almost like a epilogue or prologue, I guess it would be. Prologue to the movie.
Yep.
And you get like this creepy guy explaining what they're going for, and you don't really know what it is at this point.
Not exactly, yeah.
And he's making old man faces. He had an old man face.
He kept doing like, ooh.
Yeah, it's weird. He looks like, so he looks like one of the characters from Harry Potter. Geek out for a moment. Like one of those old, there's this old professor, I can't remember, it's in part 6. And he makes these crazy faces, and this guy made crazy faces. I liked him.
Part 6, which one was that? They all run together for me now.
That's the Half-Blood Prince.
Okay.
And it's the kooky professor that they call in, and it's this guy made those faces.
He was a sub for the year or something like that, like teaching alchemy or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's as soon as he showed up. As soon as our main cast, didn't care about any of them. It was weird. They gave all the kids guns. I kept thinking, why are they giving these kids guns?
Yeah, and that could be like a thing they do over there. Maybe
thing,
it could be a cultural thing, but no idea.
know.
It was strange to see a 6-year-old or 7-year-old, however old he was, carrying around a huge shotgun.
Were you engaged at the beginning of the movie?
I wouldn't say engaged, no.
Because I was not.
I was into it as soon as I saw Santa Claus.
Once we got to Santa Claus, I started slowly coming to, and then we get the creepiest scenes with Santa Claus.
Yes.
I mean, holy shit. These are, I give it to him. These are creepy scenes.
Yeah.
Like, what was it you said about
great.
the actor?
He had such a long face that it just...
It's like, did they just find some old man wandering in the woods?
They found a guy with the longest beard and the longest face. Yeah, I said he was like a Norwegian death metal guy who lived in the woods.
Yeah.
They must have pulled him out of a tree or something and said,
Yeah.
"You're playing in this movie as Santa Claus."
Yeah, and then cloned him about 70 times.
Right.
Which we'll get to. I guess,
we will.
Or maybe not.
Well, no, we'll get to it.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was creepy.
That was the best scene in the movie, to be honest.
Yeah. And then we go on.
The Santa. They find out that the miners who were originally digging him up still want him. They find a walkie-talkie, and they talk to this miner or whoever the hell it was over the walkie-talkie, and they're like, "Oh, we'll sell him for cash. We'll give him back to you for cash." So they put him in a crate, dress him up as Santa, and they take him to a meeting point.
Yeah, I love that. They're like, "Well, let's dress him up as Santa. We got it." I mean,
you gotta dress it up, right?
Yeah.
If you got it, flaunt it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta sell that shit.
Yeah,
right?
you do. You gotta march him out there and be like, "Put on them fucking boots."
Yeah, I know. If they just like dressed him in like drab clothes like everybody else would be like, "That's not Santa."
Yeah, if he was in patchy overalls or something, they'd be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is it?"
And I love
Scratching
like
his ass.
they're transporting him, and he looks at the kid at one point and just, I don't know.
That was creepy.
It was a weird kind of like lick your lips creepy movement. I don't know.
That was great. Yeah,
Pedophile.
when he looked down, you could see his teeth, and it was just like you
Yeah.
saw how long his face was, and you're like, "Wow, is this guy creepy?"
And at this point, he's like bitten one guy, and he's chewed through a broom or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's a creepy. It's
You don't
like,
get to see any of it though. It's all just hearsay.
It's all suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good stuff. Now, one thing we haven't mentioned is that kids are disappearing all over the place.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, did we find out about that before though?
yeah, because people are disappearing, and that's when they find the creepy, like, they find this, I don't know, like a scarecrow of a kid or something, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
So what did that represent?
I have no idea.
So how did we know that kids were missing in the beginning?
Because
I kind of thought they just stumbled upon him and like, "Oh, hey, there's kids here."
No, throughout the movie, he was talking about how kids were disappearing, and then at one point, he found his brother, mullet kid, missing, and he had the creepy, like, scarecrow-looking thing. I just caught it throughout the movie.
Wow. I didn't put any of that together.
I mean, I was paying less attention than you, I thought, but maybe not.
Maybe not.
I mean,
I might have fallen asleep at one point.
you know what? I just was not engaged with this at all.
At all.
I mean, then we get creepy miner guy, or the old
This
miner face
is
guy.
the prospector guy.
Yeah.
He's the one investing all the money in the mining.
Yeah.
And he's so happy to see the Santa guy.
Yeah.
And he's rubbing his beard, and then for some reason the Santa does this flash of his eye, and the guy's like, "This isn't Santa. This is one of Santa's helpers."
Yeah.
So then, from out of nowhere, all these naked guys with their dicks just like flinging around
Yeah.
show up with pickaxes. Which, by the way, I don't recommend it if you're naked.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't run around with a pickaxe.
Yeah. Like, they paid these guys some money. All right, here, I'm going to stand you out here in 0-degree weather.
We're going to paint you white.
And you're
going to grow this long-ass beard.
Yeah. And they look fucking creepy.
They were the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, they were literally... You know what they reminded me of? Is the gate. The little creepy dudes.
I feel like you say that for everything now.
They did, though. You're right, I have referenced those a couple times. I don't know why I thought those, because, like, they had some type of suits on. I mean, they weren't just... In certain scenes, you could tell there's just a naked guy, but on other ones,
they just
had
cut a hole out of the pajamas for their dick to flop out.
Yeah, exactly. So they just come out of the wilderness, and... they start encroaching upon our heroes or our main characters, who, again, I couldn't even give a shit about.
So they all run into this garage, I guess it is.
Yeah,
Storage
it's
garage.
like a hangar or something.
Yeah, it's like a hangar for a plane.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, inside you find a big ice thing being melted because...
Which is actually Santa Claus.
Which is actually Santa, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know we're totally spoiling this, but I really don't give a shit because...
I mean...
Who cares?
There are people out there that really like this. You didn't get the magic. And...
Is that it? Like...
I mean, this is... Like I told you before, like... I guess this is what's great about horror, is that, you know, everybody can have such great differing opinions.
Yeah.
I mean, I pointed to one of our reviews that people may not know about. You should check it out. I think we released it, right?
Which one's this?
Rec 2.
I believe so. I think on one of your podcasts, like way back when.
Yeah, we did not like Rec 2. I hated Rec 2.
I did not like it
and
whatsoever.
People love this movie.
I don't get it.
And I don't get it. I literally am like racking my brain. How do people love...
What the fuck do you see in this movie?
I don't see... And then, okay, now let's talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger, the little kid. He turns into the action hero.
Yeah, so at this point, when they're in the building, they find the children, and the kid all of a sudden decides, like, I'm going to be a badass now. Just the last half hour of the movie, he just decides, like, I'm going to do all this cool shit. Like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Take my advice, pal. Quit while you're ahead.
Okay, the Crypt Keeper's letting us know we're going to wrap it up, but we got to talk about this, because, I mean, I'm sure everybody already knows that both of us really don't care for this.
I mean, this kid was hilarious. His performance in and of itself made at least the last half.
So everyone in the hangar's panicking. He shoots his shotgun, and he's like, basically like, come with me if you want to live, type of bullshit.
Really? I mean, the posturing, the way he was delivering his lines.
How did he unveil some dynamite all of a sudden? He's just like, blow Santa the fuck up, or whatever.
He literally was acting like you would see Schwarzenegger
like an action hero.
Nicolas Cage or Bruce Willis at the end of a movie. Like this kid of like 8 or something.
I don't get it.
It was weird.
So the worst part is it goes from there and you're like, okay, shot a shotgun, he's being a badass, whatever. Then he rigs it up so, okay, all of a sudden one of the characters can fly a helicopter, and then this kid grabs onto the harness of the helicopter that's carrying all the children and just flies through this blizzard of snow and ice and shit and is able to just hold on like no problem. This kid's like 6 years old. How does he know how to do this, but how the fuck is he holding on? When I was 6, I could barely do pull-ups and... what the hell?
I feel like, okay, like maybe this might appeal to kids, right? Oh, look at that kid. That kid is like, man, and it's supposed to appeal to the kid in you or to younger audiences, but hey, this movie has blood, gore, and naked men, so...
Lots of dicks.
Yeah, so it's not for kids. Hey, maybe it just hit me wrong and it didn't... It's supposed to appeal to the kid in me and it just didn't. I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't good.
I feel like they should rename this movie Field of Dicks, because there's the scene, once the helicopter gets to where it's going, you just see like a bunch of the white men like chasing him, dicks flopping around in the wind.
And then we have an ending that is just... It's foreign. I don't understand.
It's ridiculous. The kid like backflips off of the fucking helicopter onto some lines. He activates that fence and...
Hey, I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul!
Swallow this.
So let's take this opportunity to wrap it up, which we should have already done.
Yeah, we should have already done.
I mean, Rare Exports. I can't suggest it.
I can't either. I don't get it. I don't get what they were trying to do. I don't understand the...
Yeah, it's a foreign movie.
I don't get the hype either.
It was absolutely foreign.
What's with the hype, people?
I don't get it.
Why don't you let us know?
So, I mean, if you have a differing opinion, which I suspect there are out there.
Which I'd really like to hear about this. Like, why, honestly, is this so popular?
Where's the appeal?
Yeah.
I'm willing to listen and to talk, but wasn't for me.
Not me either. I mean, if you could point something out to me where I could rewatch it and be like, okay, maybe. But if you can explain, like, the whole shipping Santa Clauses out in crates at the end, be my guest.
Yeah, I'd rather just watch Nightmare Before Christmas again.
Yeah. That works for me.
Yeah.
So, where can they find us, huh?
Thecutup.net.
Wow. Just
simple as that.
No other URLs? No.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell them later.
Okay. Yeah, you go up there. There's a nifty little bar. It's got all of our links.
Yeah.
How nice is that?
There you go.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
See you guys later, and Merry Christmas.